This is Inner Flame Intuition with Keisha Rochelle, and we are doing the weekly reading for Gemini, July 28th through August the 3rd. All right, let's get started. What do we have for my Geminis? What do we have for my Geminis? Okay. If you hear a little background noise, my son is definitely watching TV in the living room. I can hear it, but I don't quite know if you can hear it. But nevertheless, it's all good. What do we have now, guys? Alright, what do we have for my Geminis? These cards are so pretty. I never get tired of looking at them, you know? We done had some repeat offenders tonight with these cards, so just trying to see what's up with my Geminis. Let's see what we got. Surrender to the divine. And you are good enough. Okay. Now for my Ganesha deck. It's called another deck, but being as though it has Ganesha on the front, I call it my Ganesha deck. And if anybody knows me, knows I got it on my hand. I love elephants. All right, what do we have for my Geminis? Ooh, what was that? Let's try it again, peeps. What do we have for my Geminis? What do we have for my Geminis? Self-acceptance and relationship. Okay, now my crystal deck. That's probably why it's shuffled like that. I was being funny in my head. I was like, don't give me one I can't pronounce. I'm tired of mispronouncing stuff tonight, okay? But yes, what do you guys have for my Geminis? Make it good for the week of July the 28th through August the 3rd. Okay. What do we have for my Geminis? Let's see. Moldavite. Sherrod. Whatever they are, they're beautiful. Okay. Last but not least, my new deck is so pretty. What do we have for my Geminis? That's funny. I'm looking. Normally the colors coincide, and in a way they kind of do when I'm about to paint a story, but then I have to remember my Geminis are like two different people. So we shall see how this plays out, right? Right? What do we have for my Geminis? Paint my picture. Fork in the road. And blessed. All right, let's walk it. Gotta stretch a little bit. Ooh, my back is killing me. I got 2 more to go and I am done for tonight. The rest I will do tomorrow, but let's get it. You're good enough. since that's the first card, we can't paint a picture just yet, but it literally speaks for itself. You are good enough in whatever avenue you're at in your life. If you're at a roadblock, under a roadblock, if there aren't no roadblocks, if however, wherever, whatever, you're good enough. God created you just as you should be. Everything that you're equipped with is just what you need for life. God gave you every tool. It's embodied in you. You are good enough. You're good enough. I don't care if you have to repeat it in the morning like a mantra. You are good enough. Both of y'all. Because it's like two of y'all in your own head. You're good enough. You're good enough. Let's see. Surrender to the divine. If I get quiet, I'm just listening. So just give me a second. Whew, okay. God wants you to do something. There's something you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do. I'm sorry. There's something you're supposed to do. Maybe it'll come out in the reading and it'll like shed some light. But there's something you're supposed to do. I don't know if you're not surrendering to a task, or if you just need to elevate yourself spiritually or give in. But there's something that he wants you to do. And hopefully through this reading we can get some clarification on it. I might flip another card just to see, just in case, but we'll see. Relationship. It says, I call in the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in the perfect way for each of us. I needn't fear letting go of control. My needs are always abundantly met. I'm going to step out on a limb here. This is talking about two different relationships. The divine, the union between you and God. He needs more of a relationship. Or your relationship is, let's see, I almost lost my train of thought. Let's do this again. This could be the union that is talking about. They're side by side. Usually they tell a story that way. But my gut isn't telling me wrong. So for some of you guys, that relationship is with God. For others, it's speaking of the relationship, like a physical relationship between you and your mate. You know, you have to let love cover your relationship. So where it says, I call in infinite power of love to take over this union in every way, love covers a multitude of things. So whatever love is covering in this relationship, let it work. In every aspect of your relationship, you maneuver and flow with love. Period. The end. If it's not out of love, don't say it. Don't do it. Let love maneuver for you. Make your steps, your decisions out of love. Be that self-love if you got a jet or whatever that may be. But in this particular aspect, to whomever I'm speaking to, it says, I call in the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. Love will revitalize it, will bring it back to what it should be. So I don't know who I'm talking to, but this one's for you. Self-acceptance. There we go. These two go hand in hand. So these two can. Okay. Make it work. Nothing is more exhausting than endlessly working on yourself. When you offer your whole being fully to love, self-acceptance arises spontaneously. May I rest in our oneness, dear divine. Woo-hoo. Surrender to the divine. Be more accepting of yourself. It's okay to work on yourself. It's okay to work on yourself. Sometimes we need to tweak things daily, but sometimes we need to take ourselves at face value. You are just as you should be. You are good enough. You're good enough. You're made in his image. You're good enough. Yeah, we need tweaks and twists and turns from time to time. But no, not for our genetic makeup. Not for how he created us. You are good enough. You need to accept yourself more. This relationship could very well be with yourself. Love on yourself. Let every aspect of the union be covered in love. Love on yourself because you are good enough. Accept yourself just as you are. Be okay with the fact that you need tweaks and stuff like that, but don't over tweak yourself. God got this. You got this. Surrender to the divine. There's a plan for everything. So your little tweaks might not need to be tweaked in this time. Let him do it. Build more of a relationship so he can work on you. Because you are good enough. And he needs you to accept that so you can be just where he needs you to be. Plant it. All right. Let's see. Let's go with Shrat first. See that green? I love it. Okay, let's see. I'm going to read from the book. Work it out, Lord. Okay, now we get into it. Sharat is for wound healing. Sharat provides deep physical and emotional healing. Transmuting negative energy, it converts dis-ease to wellness. With its assistance, you recognize that your greatest trauma is also your most profound gift. You are good enough. Accept it. The next one, literally, the next sentence literally it says, accept it with grace. Grace is of the divine. People, we walk in it. Okay. Sharat re-energizes, heals, and integrates dualities, dual, Gemini, two people, healing past life, dis-ease carried into the present life, self-understanding. Deep fears and schisms pervade your being. You may not feel that you belong on earth. Alienation and insecurity lie beneath a deceptively calm surface. We're going to pause that right there. Baby, you are good enough. Don't you dare leave this earth before it's time. I got chills. I have chill bumps. Don't you dare leave this earth before it's time. You are good enough. Accept yourself where you are. God will meet you where you are. That's why he wants you to surrender to the divine. This is for somebody. This reading specifically is for somebody. Heated relationship relationship with the divine. You are enough. Do not leave this earth before it's time. Please don't. Let's continue. You are subtly driven by other people's thoughts and programs rather than your own. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. We're each given our own path, baby. Our own path. Your path is just that, yours. Nobody else dances to the beat of your path's drum but you. You cannot allow how other people perceive you, their thoughts or whatever, to sway you from how you need to be. You need no other relationship but the one with the divine and who he plants in your life. Surrender, love. Surrender. It's love there. It's relationship there. A relationship like no other. Surrender. You are good enough. I promise, if you fall in his love, in his arms, you'll never come out of them. Your auditor. Oof, I can't even read now. Let me collect my thoughts. Your autonomic your autonomic nervous system may be malfunctioning. So if need be, recalibrate it. Your divination is it's time for you to take control, baby. It's time for you to take control. You rule your own life. You beat your own drum. You dance to your own music. You're undergoing a vibrational change, creating links to higher realities, to the divine. You're a spiritual being. You have so many gifts. It's time to tap in. You probably already are, but you're afraid. Don't be. Don't be. It's time. It's time for you to give in. You have a lot of work to do, and you can't do it operating in fear or none of that. Visions of past lives suggest ways to redress karma personally and collectively. Your healing insight is in accepting the present moment as perfect. You create the space to heal. In accepting the present moment as perfect, you create the space to heal. I've been saying this. Your life, at this point, at this time, to the very second, is just as it should be. Accept where you are so you can take flight. Accept where you are so you can take flight. You are a blessed individual. You are at a fork in the road. Choose the divine. Don't you leave this earth before it's time. You are enough. You are a blessed individual. You are at a fork in the road. Surrender to the divine, babe. You are good enough. Do not leave this earth before it's time. Whoever I'm talking to, inbox me. We got one more card. Let's see what it says. Hopefully it brings it home. It's Moldavite. Moldavite's gonna bring us home. Let's get to it. Metamorphosis. Okay. Moldavite was created when a giant meteorite slammed into Earth some 11 million years ago, fusing the power of the cosmos with that of Mother Earth. Self understanding. You are a child of the stars and find the environment of Earth heavy and inert. Moldavite raises your vibrations with inflooding cosmic light so that you feel more at home. You're created in your Father's image. You're divine. Surrender to the divine. And I would definitely get this stone if I were you. You need it. But do not leave this earth before it's time. I don't know why I keep saying that, but I really need you to hear me. You are on a search for the inner grail, awareness of your divine origins. You'll find out once you surrender to the divine. Release ingrained beliefs to make way for spiritual metamorphosis. Meditate. Meditate. Get this motivate and meditate. I would meditate. You can even fast for a couple of days. Let your body dwindle just a little bit so your soul can take flight. Meditate and fast for a little bit. I would definitely get that crystal. Okay. For your divination, detach yourself from mundane issues. Don't let the little things get to you. Don't let people's thoughts and their feelings get to you. It doesn't matter what they think or what they say. Detach, 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 detach. You're going through a spiritual transformation, so dramatic changes occur as you reach beyond your limits. You're in a cocoon. You're in a cocoon. Soon, you're going to take flight, butterfly. Surrender. So y'all can have a conversation. It's all about relationship. It's all about relationship. Spiritual experiences are all about relationship. I don't know who you worship. I don't know what you worship. But whomever or whatever it is, it's all about relationship. Get to it, baby. It says, talk to your soul. I just said you're a spiritual being. Talk to your soul to check the outcome of present actions. Transcend time. We're made in our Father's image. We're made in the Most High's image. There's so many gifts and things that we have not tapped into because our brain doesn't have the capacity to even think that we are literally made in his image. When he said we can move mountains, we could. There's so many things that we can do that we just don't even give it thought. But we're really dope beings. And we are equipped with so many gifts. Tap in. Tap in. Avoid sowing seeds of destruction. Fertility and good fortune await. Sometimes fertility is not about physical. Sometimes it's about birthing spiritual, or birthing something in the mental. So you're everything about you is fertile. If you just tap in, everything will fall into place. Abundance, clarity, and so much more. All you got to do is tap in. I don't know who this is for. I don't know if it's for one individual or for a very small group of you Geminis. I do not know, but whomever this is for, heed me, please. And I know for a fact that this is not going to resonate with all of you guys, but I also know for a fact that there are nuggets somewhere in here. Pull it out. Even if you heard it before, it's confirmation. Somebody's energy was really strong and they needed this at this appointed time. So maybe next time it might be you. But until then, I want you guys to have a dope week. And I love you very much.